A ban on the import of cars that do not meet the environmental standard of Euro 3 will be enacted in Kazakhstan starting January 1st. Many citizens who have ordered second-hand vehicles from abroad now risk losing both money and their cars. The innovation will also hit hard smaller businesses, as most import agreements will end up in the hands of major dealers.
Like thousands of other Kazakh citizens who ordered a car from abroad, Anton has mixed feelings about the cabinet's initiative to introduce a ban on the import of vehicles not in compliance with Euro 3 starting January 1st, 2011. On one hand, it is good the government cares about the environment. On the other, the driver might lose $16,000 he paid for his 2004 Toyota 4Runner. Anton says that the car will reach Kazakhstan in early January, making it impossible for him to have it cleared by the customs. It is a disaster, as this is a lot of money for me. Initially, I planned to just renew my car, while there is an opportunity to buy a more or less new vehicle. But now I don't know what to do. It looks like I'll end up with no car and no money. The technical regulation on the car emissions was passed back in 2007. Based on that, the government made a recent decision to ban the import of cars produced in the USA and EU before 2001, Korea before 2003, Japan before 2005 and China before 2008. ATC Motors deals with second-hand car sales for several years. Now the staff is busy coming up with restructuring plans. Manager Sergei Kritsky says that the new ban will not only affect drivers' pockets, but also terminate the middle-sized business working in the field. This way, the authorities create preferential conditions for official dealers. In general, I agree that our country is not ready for Euro 3 because as I drive around the city, I always see old cars and buses that should have never passed the MOT, and yet they're there. Still, the burden is placed on the people who actually feed the entire car business of Kazakhstan. The president of the independent car union, Eduard Tedokov, who managed to lift the ban on the right-wheeled cars back in 2007, is not surprised with the New Year gift from the government. This whole ban is nothing but a profanation, because any specialist or expert in this field will tell you that banning cars is meaningless, since the country has no fuel corresponding to the environmental norms of Euro 3, 4, 5, etc. The independent car union is getting ready to fight for the drivers' rights yet again. Its members already drafted a message to the Prime Minister complete with proposals and demands. Unfortunately, there is very little time left.
In the meantime, World Bank reports that Kazakhstan became the leader in the legal reforms to simplify business activities. The country is placed 59th in the annual Doing Business rating, jumping 15 positions in just 1 year.
During the Space Bridge USA, Kazakhstan, Tajikistan, World Bank specialist Svetlana Pagaudinova announced the results of the study and answered journalists' questions. In 2010, analysts saw the drop of the minimum capital volume, the simplification of business registering procedures and the creation of the customs union. In total, more than 50 respondents from Kazakhstan participated in the poll. We have a number of constant respondents representing private sector. We also interact with the state bodies, thus we have a wide variety of opinions that might not always coincide, but allows us to see the general picture in the end. At the same time, the rating lacks such indicators as security, corruption and the professional level of state servants. This is where Almaty businessman Valery Khalansky could really spoil the study results. He attempted to open a mechanical shop, obtained all necessary papers and passed all possible inspections and checks. Already after opening of his business, Khalansky learned from employees of the State Architecture and Construction Department that supposedly he didn't pay all the taxes. They told me that there is some unspoken formula where businessmen have to pay them 10% of the building costs, $50,000 in my case. I told them that I have no such money, and this is when the trouble started. The trouble came in the form of non-stop inspections, which finally put the businessman in a hospital with a stroke just 1 month later. When Khalansky was discharged, the first person he saw was a bailiff who informed him that a half of the building will have to be raised. It appeared that the hearing on the case has been already held, and Khalansky even participated in it and signed all necessary testimonies. Here is my signature, so it looks like I signed it. Another thing that didn't make it to the report is the fresh e-tax system. The World Bank believes that the innovation is an unquestionable advantage, although businessmen who have to spend around half an hour just to fill a single line of 50 symbols think differently. Often the taxes are paid, the budget is closed, and there is no damage, but there is some error in the statistical reporting, and the administrative penalties not simply bring losses, they become disastrous for businesses. It seems unlikely that stories like these can be told by a number of constant respondents of the World Bank, but even despite the record jump in the rating last year and the most positive forecasts, Kazakhstan still has a long way to reach China and New Zealand.
These were all the major news from Kazakhstan for now. Join us tomorrow for more. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.